Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a special, urgent report that is sending shockwaves far beyond the world of podcasting, reverberating through the hallowed halls of academia and competitive sports. Today, we're diving into a deeply disturbing revelation from one of the most influential voices in media, a figure synonymous with raw honesty and fearless conversation. Alex Cooper, the powerhouse behind the phenomenon that is the Call Her Daddy podcast, has just publicly leveled an incredibly serious accusation. She alleges that her former college soccer coach, Nancy Feldman, sexually harassed her while she was a student athlete at Boston University. This isn't just a claim, it's a harrowing account unveiled in her brand new Hulu docuseries, Call Her Alex, pulling back the curtain on a decade-old trauma that reportedly forced her to silence her pain for years. This isn't just a story about a celebrity, it's a stark reminder of the insidious nature of power dynamics in sports, the agonizing choices faced by victims, and the long, arduous journey to reclaiming one's voice. Get ready for an unvarnished look at Alex Cooper's courageous stand and the shocking allegations that threaten to unravel the legacy of a respected coach and a renowned institution. In the ever-evolving landscape of digital media, few voices have resonated as powerfully or as provocatively as that of Alex Cooper. As the creator and host of the Call Her Daddy podcast, Cooper has built an empire on candid, often explicit discussions about sex, relationships, and the unfiltered realities of modern life. Her unique brand of no-holds-barred honesty has amassed a massive following, particularly among young women who tune in weekly for her unfiltered insights and celebrity interviews. Cooper has become a symbol of female empowerment through candid conversation, her platform a testament to the power of reclaiming narratives and speaking one's truth. It is precisely this reputation for fearless transparency that makes her latest revelation so incredibly impactful, both personally and professionally. Cooper's journey to podcasting superstardom, however, wasn't without its own set of hidden traumas. Before she became the outspoken media mogul we know today, Alex Cooper was a Division I athlete, a soccer player whose passion for the sport led her to the prestigious halls of Boston University. It was during her time on the BU soccer team from 2013 through 2015 that Cooper alleges a deeply disturbing pattern of behavior began to unfold, culminating in a serious accusation of sexual harassment against her then coach, Nancy Feldman. Feldman, a highly respected figure in collegiate soccer, retired in 2022, ostensibly bringing an end to her long career. But Cooper's new docuseries threatens to reopen a chapter of Feldman's past that many perhaps hoped would remain buried. The harrowing details of Cooper's allegations are laid bare in her new Hulu docuseries, Call Her Alex, which premiered recently at the Tribeca Festival. In the documentary, Cooper recounts a chilling progression of events that left her feeling deeply confused, uncomfortable, and ultimately trapped. She claims she first noticed Feldman really starting to fixate on me way more than any other teammate of mine, and it was confusing, as reported by People magazine. This initial fixation, according to Cooper, wasn't about her athletic performance or strategic plays. Instead, it was all based in her wanting to know who I was dating, her making comments about my body, and her always wanting to be alone with me. This pattern of alleged behavior, spanning Cooper's time on the team from 2013 to 2015, reportedly included a series of increasingly invasive and inappropriate actions. Feldman allegedly made repeated comments on Cooper's legs, a deeply personal and objectifying form of scrutiny. She also allegedly asked about Cooper's sex life, blurring the lines between a coach-athlete relationship and an inappropriate intrusion into highly personal matters. Perhaps most disturbing, Cooper claims Feldman would put her hand on her thigh, a physical boundary violation that speaks to a profound abuse of power and a deeply unsettling display of unsolicited physical contact. Cooper vividly described the alleged dynamic as a psychotic game of "you want to play?" Tell me about your sex life. This chilling phrase captures the manipulative and coercive nature of the alleged harassment, suggesting that her athletic opportunities were implicitly tied to her willingness to comply with Feldman's invasive demands for personal information. The power and balance inherent in a coach-athlete relationship, where a scholarship and playing time are at stake, makes such alleged coercion particularly egregious. Cooper further claims that Feldman repeatedly asked her to get in a car with her alone on multiple occasions, isolating her and creating a dangerous environment ripe for further boundary violations. I felt so deeply uncomfortable, Cooper added in the documentary, her words conveying the profound distress and fear she experienced. The natural question that arises from such grave allegations is, why did Alex Cooper wait so long to speak out? Why, after enduring what she describes as profoundly uncomfortable and harassing behavior, did she remain silent for nearly a decade? Cooper, with painful honesty, addressed this critical query in her docuseries, revealing the agonizing reality that often forces victims of abuse in positions of power to remain quiet. Her silence, she explained, was born out of a desperate fear of losing her future. She was attending BU on a full tuition scholarship. If I didn't follow this woman's rules, I was gone. This stark admission highlights the immense vulnerability of student athletes, whose academic and athletic futures are often entirely dependent on the goodwill and decisions of their coaches. For Cooper, speaking out meant risking everything: her education, her athletic career, and potentially her entire path forward. This fear, this very real threat of professional and financial ruin, is a tragically common reason why victims of harassment in academic and athletic settings feel unable to come forward. Despite the profound fear, Cooper did take a courageous step, albeit a quiet one at the time. She told her parents. Her parents, upon hearing their daughter's harrowing account, immediately contacted lawyers to explore their options. However, the legal advice they received was disheartening, painting a grim picture of the uphill battle they would face. Those lawyers, according to Cooper, allegedly made their indictments, warned her family that the university would likely drag a case out for years, implying a deliberate strategy to exhaust resources and deter legal action. Furthermore, and perhaps most damningly, Cooper alleges that Boston University also refused to take action when Cooper's parents provided written documentation of Feldman's abuse. This claim, if true, suggests a systemic failure on the part of the institution to protect its students and address serious allegations of misconduct, casting a dark shadow over BU's commitment to its students' safety and well-being. Nancy Feldman, the accused coach, quietly retired in 2022 before Cooper's allegations became public. Her retirement, without any public explanation or disciplinary action related to these claims, raises even more questions about Boston University's knowledge and handling of the situation. Was the university aware of these allegations before Feldman's retirement? Did her retirement stem from internal investigations or pressure related to these or other potential complaints? These are critical questions that Boston University is now likely to face as Cooper's documentary brings these claims into the harsh glare of the public spotlight. Cooper's decision to finally speak out nearly a decade after the alleged events is a testament to her personal growth and newfound strength. She states unequivocally that she is proud, not ashamed, that it took her so long to share her story, a sentiment that resonates deeply with countless survivors who grapple with the complexities of trauma and the arduous journey to healing. The process of working on the documentary, she admits, made her better question a lot, forcing her to revisit painful memories and confront the lingering impact of the alleged abuse. However, she views this difficult process not as an end, but as a beginning. I think this documentary, as difficult as it was to explore, I actually think this is just the beginning, she stated, hinting at a broader mission to shed light on systemic issues and advocate for victims. During a poignant Q&A session following the documentary's premiere, Cooper elaborated on the emotional toll of revisiting the trauma. "The minute I stepped back on that field, I felt so small," she recalled, describing a visceral regression to her past self. "I just felt like I was 18 years old again, and I was in a situation with someone in a position of power who abused their power, and I felt like I wasn't the call her daddy girl." This powerful statement underscores the profound impact of the alleged harassment, stripping away her current persona of a confident, influential media figure and reminding her of the vulnerability she experienced as a young athlete. "I wasn't someone who had money and influence or whatever. I was just another woman who experienced harassment on a level that changed my life forever and took away the thing I loved the most." Her passion for soccer, once a source of joy and identity, was irrevocably tainted by the alleged abuse. Cooper's renewed commitment to advocacy is clear. She emphasized the systemic challenges faced by survivors, stating, "It's really opened my eyes to how difficult the system is, and it's so built against us as women." This powerful observation speaks to the broader societal issues that often silence victims, including the fear of retaliation, the lengthy and often re-traumatizing legal processes, and the perceived lack of support from institutions designed to protect them. Alex Cooper's story is not just her own. It is a resonant echo of countless untold stories, serving as a powerful catalyst for conversation, accountability, and systemic change within athletic programs and academic institutions across the country. At the end, courage it takes for someone with Alex Cooper's platform to share such a deeply personal and painful experience cannot be overstated. By bringing these allegations into the public sphere through her Hulu docuseries, she is not only seeking justice for herself, but also empowering other survivors to come forward and exposing potential systemic failures within institutions. The fact that a powerful personality like Cooper, who now wields significant influence, still felt so small when revisiting the trauma highlights the enduring impact of abuse and the immense power dynamics at play. It underscores that fame and success do not insulate individuals from past wounds or the challenges of seeking accountability from powerful institutions. Boston University will now undoubtedly face intense scrutiny. The allegations that they refused to take action when presented with written documentation of Feldman's abuse are incredibly serious and demand a thorough, transparent investigation. The public will be watching closely to see how the university responds to these claims, especially given their commitment to student safety and ethical conduct. Similarly, Nancy Feldman's legacy as a coach, previously defined by wins and accomplishments, will now be inextricably linked to these grave allegations, forcing a re-evaluation of her career and conduct. Alex Cooper's docuseries is more than just a personal memoir. It's a call to action. By bravely recounting her story, she is forcing a necessary conversation about power, abuse, institutional responsibility, and the long road to healing for survivors. Her voice, already amplified through her podcast, will now resonate even louder, demanding accountability and change for countless others who may still be suffering in silence. And there you have it, a truly courageous and deeply disturbing story that forces us to confront the uncomfortable realities of power, abuse, and a long road to justice. Alex Cooper's decision to speak her truth is not just a personal act of healing, it's a powerful call for change that will undoubtedly spark crucial conversations. If you or someone you know has been a victim of sexual abuse, please remember, there are resources available. You can text STRENGTH to the crisis text line at 741-741 to be connected to a certified crisis counselor. Thank you for joining us for this special report. Good day.